Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the Akashic Records reading for June. So I said I was going to take a break this weekend. I hope you're enjoying it, but I woke up so early. I'm in a different table and section in my house because people are still sleeping, but I thought this would be the best time to do this reading because if you're like me, you're feeling the energy. And I did the weekly and that energy is going to be propelling us for quite a while. And I said in that video, I haven't felt that energy in years. I mean, it is bringing me back to when I was like a child. That energy of anything can happen, anything is possible. You want to get back out there. You want to try new things. Just the sense of excitement. You know, when you're a kid and you wait, like say if you celebrate Christmas, you wake up like 3 hours early. That's the energy. I even think it's fitting. It's so early in the morning and I'm up before anybody else. It's this kind of energy, and they were calling it being divinely driven. Yeah, so just keep that in mind. You know, sometimes I do the weeklies and that energy or what comes out in the reading is not just for the week. You know, it's not like the energy is fixed to just a week. I don't think I say that enough, but whenever I do a weekly, that's the message that wants to come out to give us like a heads up what to hold in our minds and hearts. And yes, it plays out in the week, but a lot of the times the energy goes much longer than the week. And this is definitely the case with this. Like, I feel this energy is going to propel us into places that we don't even see yet. I just think so much is possible. There's so much promise. I swear to God, it's similar to a kid, like being a kid again. That's what I mean about I haven't felt this energy in so long. So I think it's the energy we all need for the new things that we're doing and going forward from here. So enough with the babbling, but what we're going to do, just like all the other months, we're going to tap into the Akashic Records and we're going to dive in deep. We're going to use our intuition and then go into the guidebook for the Akashic Force that will support us with this, okay? And then we're going to go into the Divine Spirit deck for direct guidance for our Divine Spirit, and we're going to end it with pure love from Spirit, which I feel like this all is. Pure love from Spirit. So let's tap into the Akashic Records for June. I am so curious what's going to come out. So let's just get ready to receive everything that wants to come out to give us knowledge and guidance. Yeah, you might feel something running up and down your body. It's like there's a part of you that already knows this. Yeah, part of us already knows, but let's see what wants to come through for June. What should we keep in mind for June? Yes, you already know this. This is the Uriel and the Sphinx. To me, that looks like divine wisdom. Hold on a second. Let's see. And that's Major Arcana also. 2-1 is Major Arcana. Yes, caught in the ruins. We're getting out of it. King of Keys, the waterfall, and to get us out of this, the card in the ruins, which I cannot stand getting this card. We were getting it for a long time. So no doubt about it, right from here, we're getting the wisdom and the power in the physical to use all the forces. They're giving us great forces for us to get out of the ruins, the cages. Remember we had, you can set yourself free. So these are 2 major arcanas. So they are literally giving us the power, the force to be the king and queen in your life. This is the card that's the closest to the King of Pentacles. So they're giving you the power in the physical to use the force to get out of the ruins. And they're also supporting you with divine wisdom. So this is a very clear, like I've never seen it so clearly before even going into the guidebook what they're trying to say. And that's the energy. But I'm saying this force, if you think about the force of a waterfall, this is not a little trickle of little energy. This is the force that I was trying to touch on. This is a waterfall. Like they said, this is like divinely moving us. The force of a waterfall is propelling us past the ruins. Now, this could be the ruins from the outside constrictions and limits we had, and we were all in lockdowns, literally. But then also on the inside, this waterfall is propelling us out inside and out. So this, and keeping us very powerful in the physical also. And while you're doing things in the physical, you are actually receiving a lot of direct wisdom when you're making the moves in the physical, how best to use this force to get out of your quote unquote ruins. And this is the energy that I'm telling you that I have literally never have felt this in probably my lifetime, or like, it reminds me of like when you're a kid. Yeah, okay, so let's get into the major arcanas here. We're going to go into 21. And I do believe this is all about divine wisdom, which a lot, what they were talking about, divinely driven, you're going to feel that because you're Uriel in the Sphinx. So you're getting a lot directly. You're getting a lot of wisdom directly. You could almost feel like they were saying before, you're using more of your higher self here. It's to that degree. How much? So this is Archangel Uriel, stands before the Sphinx under a full moon, and the Sphinx is usually shown with the body of a lion, indicating strength, and the head of a king. And look at that, we have the King of Keys. So you're getting this divine energy infusing you to be the King of Keys in your life. But here we go. But more than this, the Sphinx represents the inscrutable, the silent holder of truth, and the ancient mysteries of the world. Yes, he indicates strength, the head of a king, and he represents the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. And here the Archangel Uriel connects and confers with this great source of mystery. Do you have chills all over? So this is, you're connecting directly with this wisdom here, with this great source of mystery, the silent holder of truth and the ancient mysteries of the world. This card shows that it is time for you to do the most important and possibly the most difficult work in your life, the digging and inner discovery that takes you to your deeper self and your deepest power. And look, you emerge the King of Keys to use these forces to get out of caught in the ruins. Do you see? But we're all doing this to some degree. This is the help that we're receiving. When I say you're getting help and support, this is like the help and the support, the wisdom, the resources directly from source, so that you feel like the King of the Keys, using everything here in the physical, using everything divinely to do your work in the physical, and use this force, and it's propelling you out of the caught in the ruins. All of us, they're not alone. It's like all of us were caught in the ruins inside and out. Okay, so here we go. So deepest power, even the great Sphinx had to be dug out many times from the blowing desert sands that buried it up to its neck, and you must dig diligently too. And they're giving us the force to do that and the strength to do that. You may have to chip away at the rock-like substance of your old beliefs and histories so that you can get to the truth inside. But don't you worry, you have begun already and you've made considerable inroads. There's always someone here to help you, Uriel, whose name means fire of God. And you can work directly in your meditations with this archangel for self-understanding, transformation, and guidance. 24/7, I'm saying. That's not what it's saying in the book, but I'm saying you're going to be tapping in and using this wisdom more than you think. Also, and it's giving you the strength and the force here, support and guidance. Also, be on the lookout for someone in your daily life whom Uriel has sent. This could be a teacher, a mentor, or even a new friend who shares a kinship with you about this inner quiet. It is a relationship of great value that comes in a time of profound power. Here's your King of Keys. Don't diminish the importance of this phase. It is this work that leads you to your initiation and to your highest power. And again, here's the King of Keys, which is you in the physical and your highest power, using the forces, getting out of the caught of the ruins. Here's the Akashic force. Since the Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy into you, take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with a desire to carve out a new life for yourself. That's what I'm talking about. That is the force. But I'm holding up this card because they're breathing the life into you as you take the steps in the physical. Since the Archangel Uriel approach you and send his energy into you, take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with a desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force, here's the force, I mean, you can't make this up. Feel this force. I can't even hold the guidebook and this at the same time. But do you see how literal this is? I'm putting this down here. Look at these 3 cards when I read the Akashic Force, okay? This is what they're dreaming home, because this is getting us out of caught in the ruins. I almost want to put this away. They're leaping us out of this. Look at, I'm separating this. Look at these 3 cards when I read the Akashic Force, because this is, the force is of a waterfall. So make no doubt about it, we're getting past caught in the ruins. So since Archangel Ariel approach you and send his energy into you, take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with a desire to carve out a new life for yourself. Let this force and purpose swell within you. With them, you can blast away the old and create that new life in every moment. And that is what they're saying. They're giving you, I'm reading this again because it is literally a sentence. Since Archangel Uriel approached you and sent his energy into you, take a deep breath and feel yourself fill with the desire to carve out a new life for yourself. And let this force and purpose swell within you, and with them you can blast away the old and create that new life in every moment. This is divine support for new life, and you carving out and using the force and the power for carving out a new life, quite literally. Let this force and purpose swell within you, and with them you can blast away the old and create that new life in every moment. Create that new life in every moment. I almost don't want to read the rest of them, but I'm going to name it that. Create that new life in every moment. They're giving you that. They're giving you that. So we will ring the King of Keys, but that's what's going to be propelling us way past June. The King of Kings is the closest card to like the King of Pentacles in the tarot. The King of Keys rides a splendid horse towards a giant castle in the distance. He is happy and at ease as he travels home. This is an entrepreneurial man with civil or commercial authority. He's confident, astute, overly focused on his work or career. He can be thoughtful and helpful to you, but often what they're saying is this card represents you. And be on the lookout for a major promotion, a heightening of income, a furthering of career advancements. Careers in finance, business are typical, but management in any industry can be forthcoming. This may also be a good time for self-employment, business expansion, all of this. And the Akashic Forces, close your eyes and feel yourself step into an important position of power and wealth. You become the King of Keys and you feel yourself strengthen and lift with a new strength and a new authority. And as you survey your world, decide which part of your life you would like to approach with a greater sense of rulership. They're giving you the force, the power, the divine knowing and support to do that. So let's get into the forces of the waterfall, because to have the force of the waterfall is the propelling, the force of a waterfall, the magnitude of that. I'm struggling with the words to like come up with the power. I mean, the force is not just like a drizzle. So this is the force that they're giving you that's going to be propelling you and also infusing you to be this profound King of Keys and feel this support. Six of Forces, like to go forward and create that new life. Create that new life and blast away the old. Here we have the waterfall upright, a towering waterfall roars down into a beautiful body of water. And in the upright position, this card reminds you of your incredible personal power. King of Keys, they're even reminding you. Now, remember when I said in the other thing, I had that download of doing a Remember You deck, another oracle deck, which if I have time, I'll design it. But the intention was remember you. And here again, it says this card reminds you of your incredible personal power, which was the intention of that deck. They're divinely reminding you of your personal power. Yes, this card is reminding you of your incredible personal power and supports you. That's the divine support. And opening up to the force within. Know that you are a dynamo in the universe. You have the ability to shape any situation in a way that honors you and moves your life forward. added the card in the ruins. We are blasting our way and moving forward. We have not gotten this level of support and also infusing you with this kind of power that you're a dynamo in your universe. I mean, when was the last time you really felt that? The element of water is fluid like the waterfall. Your personal energy never stops. They are making sure you never stop. Now, I was just saying on the channel too, there's many times, like even as an example of this channel, there are times I just want to throw up my hands and say, ugh, that's my last video. I don't want to do it. And then in comes somebody's positive comment that spurs me on, or I get a divine input that just has me do it despite me wanting to stop. You know, I just get divinely inspired. You're going to find that in your day, in the big and the small, this force is unstoppable. They're making you unstoppable. They're infusing you. They're saying water is fluid like the waterfall. Your personal energy never stops. Your life force is never ending. It springs from your eternal past and roars into your limitless future, extending into the farthest reaches of the universe. It is a time of deep thought and even deeper emotions, as well as an expansion of psychic energy. Here's the psychic energy and divine wisdom. Use this time to act on those and tap your power that is ever flowing. Yes. And the Akashic forces, with a deep breath, fill every part of your being with the energy of a great waterfall. Feel the power that electrifies and lights the world pouring through you. And how do you want to use it today? And how we're all collectively using it is getting out of the ruins. This is getting out of the ruins. I hate reading this card, but I will. But we were getting this a lot before, that a lot of this work is getting out of the ruins. And we're all doing this. So caught in the ruins. Ugh, I really despise reading this card. But this is the force. This is the power that we're finally moving out of this. So caught in the ruins. In the ruins of a medieval castle, there's an old prison. It's an old prison. We're blasting our way, creating new life out of old prisons. This is the force. This is the divine support. This is the power they're infusing in you in the physical to finally get out of those old prisons. Remember, they made me babble so much about freedom, freedom, freedom. Those gates, the Eight of Michael, was not just, they were not having me read it in the normal tarot way whatsoever. It was much deeper than that. It was like breaking out of old prisons from years and years. The bars are still intact, but there's no roof over the room, and vines grow over the stones, and a man and women are inside, sitting on old stools. A beautiful green forest grows to the left, while the castle ruins extend to the right. This card shows a dark, difficult situation that seems to have you trapped. It could be hurtful, empty relationships, unhappy jobs, behavioral or actual addictions, even negative sabotaging belief systems. It has you held captive for some time, and they are talking about we're all for a long time, and we are blasting and creating new life out of this finally. Yes, and you may have begun in some past, it may even have begun in a past life. That's how far back it extends. So if you go back to the weekly that I was reading it, we had hostility card and the garden and the gate. And I said it took so long to finally get there. That's what they're saying again. They are confirming that again. Yes, there is a way out. There has always been. It just takes some effort and determination on your part. And even those limiting situations and actions are strong. They are self-imposed. And the courage and strength which they're giving us to be that King of Keys and the force, they're saying the courage and the strength required in change lies within you. It lies within you. The positive change lies within you. And if you look at the spirit message chip, they gave me positive change out of the negative. Positive change out of the negative. You can't make this up, what they're asking me to share on the channel. And I have to tell you, sometimes I doubt and I don't feel comfortable with what I post, especially the last one, how you get positive change out of the negative. A lot of times I feel like what I'm posting gets misconstrued, or you can read it a different way. Like I feel, should I keep it private? I don't think people are going to get it. They're not going to get the context. Sometimes I get comments back. They're reading things between the lines. Like, it's very hard to do a 5-minute video and have it land the way that they wanted it to. And then I did it, and here it is again. You must change. They said the courage and strength required to change lies within you. And there's something about they made me post how to get the positive change out of the negative. Here's the negative, how you get positive change out of the negative, which we're doing. They said yes, even if these limiting situations and actions are strong and everything else, the courage and strength required to change lies within you. You must change each faulty belief and every sabotaging choice as they happen. Yeah, if you do nothing, you'll perpetuate your attachment to this. Like the crumbling castle, negative choices could stand for a long time to come. Don't let the ruins of your past ruin your future. You have the power to climb out now. We have the power to get out of this now. And this energy, you're going to feel it in every which way. It's almost like even if you're trying to make the same choice or keep this castle up, the force of a waterfall is knocking it down. The force and the divine support is filling you up again to be like, no. And that is what I'm talking about. This is extra divine support to finally create new life, getting out of this and new life. And this force is undeniable, like this made me say in the beginning, divinely driven. Like even say, for example, that same example that they were saying, if I post a video, I have second thoughts of it, and maybe I want to make a sabotaging choice. People aren't receiving it. Let me take it off. But then a force comes in being like, no, you have to do it. You do it. You know, things that you're doing in your life, you're creating a new life. The force is actually, it's divinely driven. They're almost not allowing you to make the same sabotaging choice, the same thing that keeps the cells of all of us here, the old here. There's a force here, and you're also getting it directly, and you're getting the power to be infused by, you are creating new life, and it's going to be overpowering anything else. It's a level to what I can't even have words for. Akashic forces, think of the one thing in your life. I'm going to hold this up, because this is how they want us to be in our power in the physical. Think of the one thing in your life that holds you back and sabotages your success and joy. Success and joy. It may feel like a dark prison, but here's the dark prison. It may feel like a dark prison, but we're leaping out of that. We're literally leaping out of that. It may feel like a dark prison, but you already have the key. Fill yourself up with love and self-honoring, and see yourself taking your next step to freedom. You are taking your next steps to freedom. They're giving us the divine wisdom and knowledge to get out of this and make different choices, different steps. We're propelled forward. The force is a waterfall propelling us forward. It's like you cannot stay here. We're not staying here. So yes, this is all about creating new life. This is about having new choices. This is getting out of the prisons in every which way. You're going to have divine support and wisdom and the force of a waterfall, that you're infused with this power as you go into your future, like they said, bright future and everything, but almost in a much more powerful way. You're infused with the force of a waterfall. You're not going to be making the same choices. You're actually very knowledgeable about this prison on the inside and out, and it is creating a new life over here out of this. Like, you're taking your steps out of here, but there's divine support for this. It's divinely driven, like they made me say in the beginning, and divinely driven with the force of a waterfall is infusing you and infusing you forward. So that's what's propelling us out of this, caught in the ruins. I mean, it's just freaking amazing. So let's get into the divine spirit messages for our divine spirit to remember we're the King of Keys, to stay infused with that, stay divinely connected for wisdom and support, to know that as you're infused with the power. This is divine waterfall propelling you forward out of the caught in the ruins, and also making you much more aware. This is going to make you so much more psychically aware of where you're not going to make the same sabotaging choices. You are infused with greater power to create new life for yourself. They're helping you with the power of a waterfall to stay infused, to stay divinely connected and infused as you're making those steps and you're creating new life. I mean, they've been saying that for a long time. It's what we're doing, the power to create the new. And we're moving out of this. Let's get the divine spirit messages that would be the most helpful as we are the King of Keys. Power of the waterfall. Number one card, know you are loved in this moment. Know you are loved in this moment is going to be 2-1. Always reminds me of like divine partners for you, that you are loved in this moment. It's going to be a personal infusing love and support. as you go forward, to know that you're loved, you're backed. In fact, they had me say that on the other thing, like remember you, remember your connection, remember your divine love and support. They're going to be the ones, like the power of the waterfall, that are powering you up. You're not going to get it from the physical. I just have to say that the physical, what's here, is a little chaotic right now. A lot of things are kicked up. A lot of thing is noise. You're going to get it from the Sphinx. This is the source. They called it source. Your direct connection is going to be the power that's infusing you. You're going to get signs, symbols, messages, and receive a lot directly, that you're loved, that you're supported, to feel powerful. You're not getting that in the physical. What I was saying the other day in a conversation, it's that remember you in the deck was almost reaffirming and affirming back to you everything that the world and people around you have taken away from you, right? If you look at the world does not work in empowering others very much. It's disempowering, right? People one-up each other. People are in competition. People want to knock you down, pick you apart. Kind of, even if it's passive aggressive or whatever, it's like there's no genuine love and support. It breaks my heart sometimes how obvious that is, but it's actually more difficult for people to honestly, genuinely love and support each other and show that. It takes a lot more. I don't know why. It should be as easy as breathing, but it's not. It's not. And I can attest to that on the we talk about that in other videos, but it's you're getting it divinely, that you're loved, that you're supported, they're building you up. You're not going to be, to get you out of caught in the ruins, to go forward, to create that new life. Your audience, your clapping is coming from divine. You know, a lot of us, as we're making our moves, they showed me this in the other day, the chariot. They said, you know, when you're divinely driven on the chariot, there's only one person in that chariot. When you're divinely driven and doing things in your life, there wasn't a bunch of lineup of people clapping or patting you on the back. You're going to get your love, support, backing, power like a waterfall divinely, to stay infused, to stay powerful. But that you're loved in this moment, they're going to be feeding you that. It's the power of a waterfall to keep you going, to keep you motivated, to keep you, there are no words for that, but they made me touch on that when I was talking about remember you, remember you're divine, remember you're loved, remember, and then they were going on, remember you're powerful, remember you're creative, remember you're brilliant, remember, you know, they're the ones that feed you, that kind of real love, divine love, that put you right back on that horse. Like they said in that description, sit up straight. Remember who you are. You are loved. You're magnificent. You're brilliant. You're creative. You're a survivor. You're all these things to go forward. You're resourceful. They're giving you that power. Like they said, they're infusing you. And over the years, it came out in the other reading, you know, all the crap that we have all been through, the ringer in our lives. Sometimes we're like barely hanging on to this horse. Yes, we say we feel powerful, but do we really? Or moments we feel good, but then not. But this is going to be an ever-running force of a waterfall where you're holding on to, you're riding this much longer, you're infused with this much stronger, that you know you're loved in this moment. There's something about this that they're bringing it back and making sure, because it's what we need on the inside. Like, you know how you put fuel in a car? We're not going to make it. We're not going to do it. We're not going to get out of caught in the ruins if they don't give us that divine power. We're certainly not getting it from Earth. We're drained here in resources. I always say, you want your resources, you're getting it divinely. That's where you're getting it. You're not getting it. No, you're not. Okay, so know you are loved is going to be big. You are loved. You're supported to be all that you can be here. Okay, so let's get in the divine spirit. But more than what I'm saying, sometimes I hear myself talk. It's deeper. You're going to feel that. You're going to feel pieces of yourself come back to you again. You're going to feel more powerful in your life, because they're making sure, because there's things that needs to be done to get out of this and create new life. You're part of creating new life. So you're going to feel that power of a waterfall running through you to create new life here. The wisdom, the love, the support that's needed for you to stay in your power to do that. Yes. And and I think it's the power of the waterfall, because like I touched on, the world is not, you can't tap into the world for those resources. It's not here. It's not. You're not going to get that. Maybe once in a while, but that's not where it's really coming from. Okay. So let's get the divine spirit deck. More messages to fill us up. Know you're loved. You're powerful. You're creating new life. It's getting out of the old, creating new life. Have faith in your abilities. Exactly. They're the ones that are giving you that. They are the ones that you are loved and have faith in your abilities. They're keeping you the king of keys in your life. And that is power of a waterfall. You're getting that from source. That's what I want to say. From source. It's no accident they're called source. They are the source. And what's here in the physical tends to drain your power. People are not, let's just put it this way. People are not going to come up to you and say, gosh, you're brilliant. You're creative. You're powerful. They're not souping you up. A lot of people unconsciously, I think a lot of it's unconsciously, but actually you'll feel this energy-wise, even if you're not very conscious of it at all. But people want to actually knock down people a peg, right? People actually want to, oh, that's great, but I know this. Like, everybody loves to pull down and feel higher, right? So the source is the one that's always making you higher, always telling you you're loved, always telling you you're powerful, always saying have faith in your abilities. We're here to give you knowledge, support, love, like I say, love, support, backing, to stay on that horse, to know you have power like a waterfall, divine power running through you, infusing you, and also working with you to get out of the ruins. You're not doing it alone, is what I'm saying. But your divine partners, that I always say, is source. So they're the ones that are giving this to you, and it's going to feel like, when did I last feel this? I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Have faith in your abilities. Know you're loved in this moment, and remain powerful in the physical. They're going to make you continue to feel that way, because it's what you're doing in the physical that's creating the new, right? You're creating the new. And so I have chills all over my body, but it's that. And you're going to know that because it's Uriel, and the Sphinx was #1 card. That's what you're connected to. So that's what you're going by. And that's where you're getting it. And you know that's your source. And it's unstoppable. It's power like a waterfall. I mean, it doesn't get stronger than that. So we have, yeah, you cannot make this up. What did I say? You're being divinely moved right now. Did I not talk about the Chariot being divinely moved? You're going to feel divinely moved. Power like a waterfall. It trumps in the physical. You're divinely moved. To create the new. You're working in tangent with them to create the new. So yes, you are loved in this moment. Have faith in your abilities. You are being divinely moved right now, and you're going to feel that. And being divinely moved is a different level of power, okay? And so that's all you need. That's what they're bringing home. They made me say divinely moved over and over again. They showed me that Chariot saying you're divinely moved. Yep. Let's end it with pure love from spirit. So know you are loved. Have faith in your abilities. You're being divinely moved right now. It's creating the new. It's creating the new life. Yep. We hear you. I feel like they hear us now. They hear us as we talk to them and consult with them for knowledge and love and support. We hear you. I feel like they hear us right now. But we hear you as you consult with them. Yes, we hear you, and we know all that has happened. They know all that has happened. Look what's straddling here. That's why we're getting propelled out. We know all that has happened. We hear you. Every time you're talking to them about some aspect of the ruins, I just have to tell you, they know all that has happened. We hear you as you consult with them. You talk to them, your even higher self. I mean, they know everything, whether you mull it around in your mind and heart. They know all that has happened. We hear you. They're giving you the force and the power and what you need to go forward and create the new out of this. We know all that has happened. We hear you. You're loved. Have faith in your abilities. You're being divinely moved out, and use your power and keep creating the new in your life. Feel powerful to create the new. That's what I might name it. Feel power, because there it is, the waterfall. Feel powerful to create the new. Feel powerful to create the new. They're propelling you. Like they said, you're being divinely moved to create the new. It's going to feel different. I don't know. It's a different energy. The force of this energy is something I've actually not quite felt since, yeah, just like I said, I have not felt. We are supporting you. Exactly. We are supporting you. Uriel and the Sphinx. This is your support. We know you're loved. In this very moment, you are loved. Have faith in your abilities. You're being divinely moved right now. We are supporting you. That's what they're saying. We are supporting you with the power. They're infusing you with the power. You have love, support, and you're consulting with them all the time, getting divine wisdom. This is where you're feeling it through all your clears. What you're getting directly, they're supporting you. We hear you. We know all that has happened, and we are supporting you to get out of the old into creating new life. And they're helping you do this. And this is your love support backing for this. So this was a wild summation of like several videos that have been coming out on the channel that this was a perfect summation, explanation mark of what that energy is, the power of that energy and what they're infusing in you, your divine connection. Talk about the support. They know all that has happened. We hear you. We're all getting out of the caught in the ruins. You are loved. Have faith in your abilities. They're the ones that are going to be your rah-rah section, pumping you up, telling you you're brilliant, you're creative, you're resourceful. You don't have to do the same old. You can make new choices. You're creating new life. You're being divinely moved right now, powered like a waterfall inside and out to get out of the ruins, to take those steps out of the ruins, create new life, and remain feeling powerful and infused with this and feel love, support, backing. I mean, that was the #1 card. We hear you, we know all that has happened, and we're supporting you. So this is your power to create the new, and you're not doing it alone. And more than that, they're giving you the power like a waterfall. I mean, to divinely move you and also infuse you on the inside as well. But what I'm trying to touch on so much is that infusion on the inside. When that runs through you, it's clearing up this tremendous like love, have faith in your abilities, everything that the ruins like sapped out of you, they're instilling back in you. That's what I was trying to touch on, that I can't still have felt the words why I say I have not felt this energy. It's different. It's almost like childlike to have that spring up in you again. Yeah, because they need you like the king of keys, to feel that love support as the king of keys as you're creating the new. That is what the level of connection, support, it is all that you need running through you to create the new. That is what they're trying to say, because we're getting caught in the ruins. They know all that has happened. They're supporting us. They even hear you. I wish you the best. This is love support backing for the new, for creating the new, for you creating the new. And it's beautiful. I love it. Have a great June. And this is going to carry forward. Just like I said, even though it's for a time period, it's not necessarily capsulated for that just week or month, but this is what they want to definitely show. I wish you the best with creating the new, and feel the love support backing to do so. Take care. Bye-bye.